Hey vinyl community, it's Morten with another thread response. This evening I was watching Steve from Alice B, etc. Do a thread response to Jack over at the CD Cave. And Jack is doing a thread in order to attract, I think it was roughly 50 more subscribers, hopefully more. He is currently at 800 something subscribers, Steve said, and is hoping to pad that, so hopefully we'll get him pushed over 1,000 in not too far distant future. The task, as it were, in this thread is music by numbers. So show 10 records that has either a song title, a band name, or maybe an album title that has a number in it. Not too strict rules otherwise. Could be CDs, cassettes, vinyl of course, and 8 tracks, mini discs. But Steve, he showed only CDs, and I thought that was fitting because this is, for, after all, for Jack over there at his CD-related channel. And Steve tried to do this in the logical manner. Logically. I think that was a Monty Python reference somewhere in there. Where he counts from 1 up to 10. So I decided that I would do the same. Jack seems to like hockey, so I sported my old Colorado Avalanche shirt for him. So I grabbed some CDs from... I decided, like I said, to stay with the CDs. Some of these I could have also done in vinyl, and I think maybe a couple of the numbers I only had on CD, so it's a good thing that I stayed with the old CDs there. Right, so let's get started counting up from 1 to 10. First up, we have an album title. They're all album titles, by the way. It's Equal One by Deep Purple, their latest studio album offering. And this CD actually came in a deluxe box set along with vinyl. And, it's partly to keep all my Deep Purple CDs in one place and not having to open that box, which I have displayed up there somewhere all the time. I keep the CD with all the other Deep Purple CDs, even though it's actually from a box. So, from the UK we move over to Sweden with the Håkan Hellström's Två steg från Paradise. 2 steps from Paradise. I think this is his 5th studio album. It was actually my first. And as usual, it's all about life, love, etc. And of course, his hometown of Gothenburg, och Göteborg som de säger där borta. So for the number 3, I would either had... there were several things where I could have had 30, 33, 30,000 or something. And I was starting to get a little bit frustrated because I thought, don't I have any records that just has the number 3 in the title? And I actually had to go into my wardrobe and dig out a piece of luggage that I have lots of CDs that I don't really have any room for because I don't feel they belong, or they are Christmas CDs, etc., or music genres that I don't really like that much, and I had to go with a hip-hop album. Yes, Morten is showing a hip-hop album, albeit one that I'm quite partial to. This is 3 Feet High and Rising by De La Soul. So there you have the number 3 there. And then we once again travel to Sweden, and the band, the psych rock, psych revival, jazz rock, prog rock band Dungen, and their album Dungen 4. Great album. Love Dungen. And then I guess we travel on to Iowa, and our friends... Sorry about that, I had to cough. We moved to Iowa, and our friends over there, Slipknot, with 5 or 0.5, The Great Chapter, which is actually a record I very recently got on vinyl in Stockholm. So back to Sweden again. So yeah, there's the title of that. From there, we should we head to the East Coast or the West Coast and then travel? No, we'll do the West Coast and travel across the Pacific Ocean down to, no, not Australia, but to New Zealand. And once we've had a kip and gotten out of bid, see what I did there, we go out and we buy ourselves a CD by a former New Zealand garage rock band, you know, which that was the big thing there around the year 2000 with Aussie and in New Zealand garage rock bands. The Jets, I suppose, from Australia, and then you had Datsuns from New Zealand, but you also had the D4 and their album 620. So yeah, there's your number 6 from the Kiwi band, the D4. And then we travel up to the mother country, I suppose, to the UK again, and we grab a CD by Madness and their album 7. Then once again crossing the Atlantic Ocean, we go there and ask for a record by the band Incubus, and I nearly went with a Swedish band again, but would that have been favoritism? Because Bo Kasper's Orchestra actually has a record called 8 or 8, but we grab Incubus with 8. So as not to confuse you guys with all these Scandinavian bands you've never heard about. Then I unfortunately had to go back to a band I've already shown, or I would have had to do, 90 or 9,000 or something like that. So we go with 9.0 Live by Slipknot. Again. Sorry about that. Funny enough, each time I see this cover, I think I'm holding a Korn album for some reason. And then we get to the number 10, or tin, as they say in New Zealand, I think. And I had a couple of options there. I was tempted to go all the way to 10,000 hertz and show Air, but no. We are doing our friends from Scotland, a very near and dear band to me. It's Travis with 10 songs. So there you go. There you go, Jack. There's some music by Numbers for you, and thanks for the inspiration, Steve. Head on over to Jack's channel if you're not already have not already done so. Give him a subs and say hi from me if you do. I'll leave a link in my description, and I hope to see you guys soon in another video. Bye bye.